This video, it's a little bit different. I wanted to talk to you about my good news. Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. So we are outside with my boys. They are actually in the stroller and I just clipped my camera on the stroller. I got my Dubai's driving license for the first time. I got it on the first try. Can you believe that? So I had a very difficult time getting my driving license actually, and now that I got it, this is my tips on how to pass your driving test in Dubai if you are here. Before you enroll in a driving school, make sure that you do your research. I have a friend in my office which she did it in a better school, which is the #1 top school here in Dubai, and she never had any problems at all with with administration part, with testing, with everything, with the instructor, with everything. So I regret that I enrolled in cheaper one because at the end I spent more than we're supposed to. There are 4 parts actually before you get your driving license. First, you need to get your theory test. The second one would be a parking test. Third one would be the assessment, and then the last one, RTA final road test, which if you pass, you're gonna get your driving license. It's very strict here in Dubai, and not like in my country in Philippines. We don't really have very strict policy with regards to driving, that you don't really need to go to a driving school. You can just learn from somewhere else and then take your driving test. So I did take 40 classes, by the way, because I don't have any other license. So if you know already how to drive and you have a license in your country, then you don't need to take 40 classes. You're just gonna have to take 20 classes. Make sure you do get a good school. Even if you have to spend a little bit extra, I think it's still better because you get better service, just better overall. I cannot explain how I really feel bad about my experience with my driving school, and if I can go back, I would have chosen the better one. The theory test, there are people who are failing on theory test. There is an RTA app which you can download and you can practice. You are going to take your first parking test. There are 3 types of parking that you're gonna be performing. So there's gonna be a parallel parking, there's going to be a garage parking, and then the last one is going to be, what do you call that? Angle parking. All those parkings. Key to passing is make sure you position your car properly. Positioning your car before you do the parking is very important. Arranging your mirrors is also very important. So make sure you do those 2 things before you move your car. Plus, if you're going to do the parallel parking, make sure that you are very close to the right line. On the garage parking though, you have to be close on the left side most, the dotted line. For the angle parking, you have to be close to the left side as well. There's another thing for garage parking. When I do the garage parking, because I can see in the mirrors, where I'm going to, you can easily adjust your steering because you can see your right mirror if it's gonna touch, the pavement or the corner or not, so you can make adjustments in that moment. So make sure that you back up very, very slowly and you turn your wheel quickly. That is my tip for parkings. The third test is called assessment test. The assessment test is like a pre-preparation that you have finished all your classes. It's basically very easy. It should be very easy, but some of the schools, they make it very difficult. If you fail, just in case you fail and you did your best but you still fail, make sure you ask the assessment officer why you failed and make sure that you understand why you failed. On my end, I wasn't able to ask properly why I failed, so even I took 8 classes again and then retake the assessment, don't really know which ones are my mistake. That actually makes it a little bit more harder for me to understand how am I going to improve if you don't know your mistakes, right? Finally, I hope you do pass your assessment test. I did fail 4 times, by the way, in assessment test, so don't feel bad if you did fail 1 time. And I have to take 8 classes every time I failed. Can you believe that? Test that you're gonna take, which is the RTA final test, which I passed the first time. I cannot believe I passed it the first time actually. At that time when I did mine, I tried to be confident as much as possible and then try not to seem nervous. Even if you are nervous, follow the RTA officer instructions. Make sure that you do that. because I have another student with me which she failed because she wasn't following what the RTA officer was saying. Next thing is make sure you eat before you take the test, because if you're hungry, then you will not be able to concentrate on what you're doing. And I did take my RT test in the morning. Also, I think it helps because take it in the afternoon, the roads are gonna be very busy. Make sure that you do it in the morning. That make sure to check your speed limit, because internal roads have like 40 to 60, and then outside road, not the highway, outside the two-way street should be like 60 to 80. So I'm actually doing 50 and then 70 outside. So it actually depends on your RTA instructor. If she's going to say make it faster or make it slower, just make sure you do listen and make sure that you focus on what you're doing. Don't forget to check the mirrors. It's very important as well. Do your head check, do your mirror check. Just make sure you do the mirrors. You check the mirrors all the time. One is that actually before I took the wheel, the lady before me, I really feel bad for her because she did a lot of mistakes, and the RTA instructor was very angry already. But when I did my turn, because I was so nervous, I tried to breathe in and out before I turned the wheel, and then I actually did say a prayer before I did take my test, and I just felt very confident even if my legs are shaking. I was very nervous, but I was very confident and just follow instructions. Anyway, what could be worse? If you fail, then you're just gonna take another test. So yeah, but that's gonna be another payment for you. There's another very important I forgot to say. If you're not comfortable with your instructor, make sure to change him, because it's really important that you follow or you understand what your instructor is telling you or teaching you, because at the end, it's gonna reflect on your driving. So make sure that you're comfortable with your instructor. I did change instructors 2 times. My fellow Filipinos were very nice, and best thing that I could understand the instructions well, and I could ask them in our own language, so there are no language barriers. So that actually really helped for me. I would like to say special thank you to Kuya Joy. Thank you so much, Kuya Joy. I owe you a lot. Thank you for your patience. And to Miss Mary, thank you too for being patient with me. And to Kuya Joy's wife, thank you for sending me those stuff for my planner, which I forgot to thank you before, but thank you so much. And yeah, I hope you do pass your RTA test. If you have any questions, please do leave in the comments down below or send me an email or anything at all. So yeah, I would like to hear back from you, and I hope this video did help you somehow, and I hope you do pass your driving test and get your driving license. And yes, that's just about it. Thank you so much again, guys, for watching. Bye!